Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now in today's video we are going to be going over Metaverse, decentralized metaverse land tycoon, build an unifying metaverse through USM stablecoin backed by Metaverse land owned by DAO and run by community. But guys, before we get into it, if you could please smash a like, subscribe down below if you are new, and turn the notifications on so you don't miss future video. Guys, make sure to go follow me over on Twitter at JPKDeFi so you don't miss a future video. Also guys, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and check out the link in the description down below to the premium Discord server. We do giveaways, we do calls throughout the week, we give away NFTs, whitelist spots. You guys get to see my portfolio and a bunch of other benefits. But with that being said, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and be very careful about what you're investing in crypto and DeFi, as it is the riskiest stuff in the world. But with that being said, let's jump into it. So, Metopoly, the story of Metopoly and what gets us started. So they've got a nice explainer video here for 2 minutes and 37 seconds, but we're going to explain everything in this video, so sit back, relax, and get ready for it. So, Metopoly democratize and fractionalize metaverse land ownership to the citizens. How Metopoly works: protocol own value, bonds and yield. Bond sales and yield increase treasury value and create asset-backed protocol. Treasury growth. So, portfolio allocations are managed into several categories: metaverse lands, tokens, LP, and stablecoins. And staking rewards USM stablecoin. So, they are creating their own stablecoin, which is pretty awesome. Yield auto compounded in the USM by burning D33D governance token, deflationary tokenomics. This is again another explainer video of how the whole project works there. And then we have got D33D plus USM. USM is decentralized metaverse asset-backed stablecoin. D33D is the protocol-owned token. All USM are backed by treasury, metaverse land, and liquidity. So here's the GameFi that they've got sort of built in here. Genesis NFTs, Factions NFTs, and Metopoly City. So the Metopoly ecosystems, they've got D33D, which is their governance token, plus the USM, which is a stablecoin. And this is how the ecosystem and platform work. You've got an aggregator, you've got GameFi, Metaverse Marketplace, fractional assets, borrowing and lending, launchpad, incubation, and grant. And then you've got the treasury, which invests in, you've got Metaverse land assets, which are partnering with Sandbox and Decentraland. Metaverse platform tokens with Sand and Mana for Sandbox and Decentraland, respectively. Metaverse LP tokens, Mana and USM, Sand and USM, D33D and USM, and stablecoins in crypto, USDC, USM, and Ethereum there. So how is Metopoly unique? Unifying multi-chain metaverse with asset-backed stablecoin. Growing treasury value creates demand for D33D and USM token. Ecosystem with D33D use cases, borrowing and lending, metaverse marketplace, GameFi with NFTs, etc. Own the D33D, rule the metaverse. And here is their roadmap here, which we can have a quick look over. So they've got in Q1 Metaverse, they've got the testnet, bond and stake, D33D and USM testnet. It looks like they're looking to launch the beta in Q2. In Q3, GameFi factions and NFTs, an NFT marketplace launched. In Q4, they've got the fractionalized ownership of Metaverse, Metopoly launchpad for Metaverse projects, Metopoly developers grant and incubation, and multi-chain launch of USM. So they've got some press releases here on Bazinga, Yahoo Finance, and MarketWatch, which we can have a quick look at over here, which is pretty interesting stuff. We can take a look at Twitter, Discord, Medium, Telegram, and GitHub. We'll just take a look at Twitter and Discord. Looks like they have about 5,000 followers over, 5,000 members in Discord and about 9,000 followers over on Twitter, which is pretty good stuff there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at, I'm pretty much just going to summarize what Metopoly is, okay? So Metopoly is a decentralized metaverse land bank. Imagine BlackRock for metaverse, but decentralized and owned by a DAO, which is of course decentralized autonomous organization. So it means not one person has control of everything. It's all done through votes, which is good to see. Okay, the protocol owns the metaverse assets in the treasury, and it mints protocol token, which is the D33D, and the burns and mints for the stablecoin, which is the USM. Essentially, Terra's Luna to UST model, specifically for multi-chain metaverse. Now, multiple token utility, borrowing and lending is coming, GameFi, NFT with D33D, multiple tiered APY taxes, governance, V33 weight, etc., which took from a lot of the DAOs, which they're integrating, which is good to see there. Metaverse NFT marketplace, fractional land ownerships, and more. So the testnet was done, and it was done successfully, and the IDO and public sale is going to be in April. So literally a few days away, really, because we're about to head into April, so some point over the next month, and the beta launching by April, May this year. So essentially their vision, and this is information that the developers have sent me here, but essentially the vision and mission is to be the biggest decentralized metaverse land ownership with the DAO, to democratize and fractionalize metaverse land ownership for the citizens, to provide asset-backed liquidity and metaverse land NFTs through D33D and USM, which is, yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. Now I'm gonna go over some highlights as well, and then we'll go ahead and take a look over the GameFi bonding and staking, and we can take a look at docs. If you guys want to read over all of this info through their documentation, then I'd recommend going ahead and doing that as well. But essentially, just some highlights here to read out to you guys. So Monopoly believes that the metaverse will be the biggest growth in the crypto and NFT space over the next 10 years, which I somewhat agree. I think that, well, not even just with crypto and NFT, I think the metaverse is such a, I mean, that I could make a 5-hour-long video just talking about the metaverse, right? But we've seen some blue chip tech companies investing heavily into the metaverse, and we know who that is. And I mean, look, Facebook have changed their name to Meta, so I believe it's coming, okay? And they believe so too. Metaverse land is the foundation layer for the building blocks in the metaverse economy, the digital land gold rush. Democratization and fractionalization of metaverse land ownership are essential for citizens in the future in Web3. Break free from the Web2 tech giants, aka Facebook. Yeah, so I agree. I think with Facebook coming into and changing their name to Meta, it's going to be heavily, there needs to be a lot of democratization and fractionalization from the Web2 companies that are also going to be coming into Web3. That are going to be coming into the metaverse. So yeah, I agree with that. Monopoly aims to build the foundation interoperable and substrate layer for scaling metaverses in a multi-chain universe. D33D and USM is the metaverse currency protocol token and stablecoin that governs the treasury's asset metaverse land. Own the D33D, rule the metaverse is their sort of slogan, right? All D33D tokens are backed by value of metaverse land NFT and own liquidity. All USM are minted when D33D is burned, effectively a deflationary model, which is, it's good to see that will definitely help the project long term. D33D token use cases includes mint and burn USM stablecoin, borrowing, lending, GameFi, NFT with D33D, multiple tiered APY taxes, governance, which we've already read, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to go over essentially some updates which they've brought out through some of their Medium articles over the past couple of days here. So the first one being essentially we're going to go over the asset-backed stablecoin for the metaverse with the USM. So we're going to explain a bit more about their stablecoin here. So United States of Metaverse, USM is a pegged stablecoin for Metaverse. USM is both algorithmic and collateralized stablecoin treasury-backed Metaverse asset compositions, blue chip NFT lands, and stablecoin liquidity. What is USM and how does it work? USM, short for United States for Metaverse, is a USD pegged stablecoin by Monopoly. The vision for USM is for it to be the universal currency used in all metaverse protocols and related ecosystems. Like Terra's UST and Hector DAO's Tor, USM is decentralized asset-backed stablecoin. It is both an algorithmic and collateralized stablecoin there. How does the algorithm work to ensure that the peg is maintained? When the market price of USM goes under $1, the algorithm will use Monopoly's native governance token to buy back USM until USM returns to the USD to the $1 peg. And vice versa, if USM goes above, the algorithm will mint USM until USM returns to the $1 peg, essentially inflating it so there's more tokens so that it goes back down, which is good to see. However, we recognize that several events may cause instability to the algorithm peg and poised at risk. That is why USM is also backed by metaverse assets such as metaverse land assets like decentralized and sandbox land NFTs and tokens like sand and mana that held in the Metropolis treasury in the same manner that DAI is backed by crypto collaterals held by the MakerDAO's treasury. So why is there a need for USM? So we've got cross-chain compatible stable currency asset-backed metaverse assets itself. Why don't Metopoly adopt other stablecoins? So there's the explanation for that. I'm not going to read over all of this because this video could be half an hour long, to be honest, explaining all of this stuff. So yeah, I don't want to go too far into it. But yeah, interesting stuff here. Okay, now another sort of, an interesting article based on the USM stablecoin. Now, another interesting kind of piece that I wanted to just quickly go over is the future Metopoly world. So introducing Metopoly. Okay, and here's the story. Here's the Genesis NFTs. Now, I'd recommend going ahead and reading over all of these, to be honest, if you're interested. Now, look, a lot of these, this what I'm bringing you today isn't really anything like we've seen in terms of, in terms of all of the degen plays. It's not like all the degen plays that I have been bringing to you guys recently. This is definitely a longer term play in terms of the metaverse. So if you're interested in buying and holding tokens, then this could be a good project, especially in the metaverse here. So they've got their entire story of why Metopoly exists, which I'd definitely go ahead and read over all of this if you're interested in checking out more of the project. Now, the final thing that I wanted to go over is the sort of Metopoly presents the treasure hunt as the sandbox. So we're going to go ahead and read over that as well. So they tweeted out a couple of days ago, D33 degens of, I like what they've done there with their token plus gens on the end, of all over the world are being called to help us in a special mission inside Sandbox with Andy to have the chance to win one of the Sandbox Season 2 Alpha Passes. So you can go ahead and take a look at that here, which is interesting stuff. So there is another recent update. Now I'm going to be going over some alpha here in terms of their IDO. So let's go ahead and read over that, essentially how you can kind of get involved in their IDO process. So here is the IDO with Genesis NFTs explained. Okay, now we can go ahead and we're going to read over both of these, introducing it, and we're going to go over the offering with the Genesis. So you guys can go ahead and read over all of this. Again, I'm not going to read over all of it in the video because it will get very long. Definitely recommend going ahead and reading it out though, and reading over this though if you're interested in taking a look more into the project. But 300 exclusive Genesis NFTs created for the IDO launched through Mythology Studio around the end of February. All NFTs are whitelist only, specifically created for early supporters for the initial Discord offerings, and NFT holders will be dropped 2,500 PD33D options token for D33D. So this is the options token for D33D, which is their governance token there. IDOs, also as known as initial Discord offering, is a mechanism to incentivize the early supporters with the premium rate to get involved with the project. Metopoly is going to offer IDO exclusively for its early supporters to buy NFTs. All NFT holders will be able to get PD33D, which is an invite-only whitelist token issued to redeem for D33D tokens at a later date, tentatively March 2022 here. So, and here is the post kind of introducing it, which actually came out yesterday. So this is very new, okay? Now here is the IDO Genesis NFT mint details. So the price is going to be $500 and you can get it in ETH, USDT and USDC. And here is the total supply, 300 NFTs there and 4 properties. And essentially here are the minting dates, is the utility of the NFTs there, and here are the dates. So phasing 1 mints on the 2nd of April and which ends on the 3rd of April. Now you've literally got 24 hours to mint there. And the phase 2 of minting goes live on the 3rd of April and ends on the 5th of April. So you've got about 2 days there. Okay, so here's the important notes. One whitelist wallet can only mint one NFT. NFT property will be randomly set when you mint. Minting will be conducted phase 2. So there's pretty much all the details about minting of the IDO there. So yeah, essentially there you go. Okay, and utility, essentially holders will be able to users will be airdropped PD33D token, options token at the same rate for pre-seed investors, which can be later redeemed for D33D tokens. Holders will be assigned with OG role in Discord, and holders will be able to mint upcoming factions NFTs for free, which is interesting stuff. All the details, can essentially be found on the page there. So, and then we've got the time frames, and yeah, we have got the important notes there. So, yeah, phase 2 will be conducted only if there's Genesis NFTs from phase 1 minting. So keep that in mind, that if all of the phase 1 minting ends, then phase 2 won't happen. Gas fee for minting will be exempt during the first 1 hour of phase 1 minting starts, only available for the stablecoin deposits, and PD33D will be dropped to the same wallet around the end of February or the beginning of May upon the beta launch. So guys, that's really it. I just wanted to bring you all of the information on Metopoly. Now, I wanted to thank Metopoly for reaching out and coming to me with this project and really sponsoring the video, because guys, this is a very interesting project. If you're interested in NFTs, if you're interested, well, not even NFTs, like if you're interested in the metaverse, and metaverse projects, then guys, this is definitely one to keep an eye on, because they have got some interesting stuff coming up, in my opinion, especially with how their stablecoin is going to work and the governance token, just the whole ecosystem. It's pretty big, and I do like it. So interesting stuff coming up. But guys, let me know down below what you think of Metopoly. Have you heard of it before? Are you excited for it? Let me know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Smash a like on the video, subscribe down below if you are new, and turn the notifications on so you don't miss a future video. And I will see you on my next video. Peace.